Bobby Bruce, Torq Moto,
episode
2 interview, episode 2. Before we get into episode 2 with Bobby Bruce, I'd just like to highlight, we've done the clapper board here. Wobbs, I know this is your pride and joy. You spent a lot of money on this clapper board, but I'd just like to highlight, you're in the industry of nuts and bolts.
Yeah, I've got a
very much so. I just want to highlight something here.
Oh no! What happened?
Surely, with your
who did that
incredible repertoire of
put it on this
nuts and bolts,
I'm sure.
Surely we can see a factory.
I'll fix that for the next episode.
Titanium, going there.
I think so.
Okay,
I think we can probably fix that.
Right, fix that in. Bobby,
£7.
What was it? £7.
The bolt's going to cost more than the board.
We're back with episode 2. Hopefully you watched the first episode with Bobby Bruce.
It'd be boring if you didn't, because you're getting
we're not
we're talking about.
We're not going to go over too much of covered ground, but if you didn't watch it, go back and watch it, because we spoke about where you're at now. Just very briefly, just give a quick overview of.
Can you just turn that pillow over? My OCD's bouncing off the walls. Thank you.
I could feel you trembling there, Wobbs.
I can cover up with some nice little gloves that you sponsored me.
Excellent. There you go.
Yeah.
That's only the first of many, kid. Don't worry about that.
That's your first official sponsorship you can announce from the show. Just a quick overview then of where you're at, because like I said, you're starting fresh. Explain very quickly about this again, what we're doing with this.
So our goal is to get 20 private sponsors to come on board to help me essentially go racing next year, race all of the British Championship and the Scottish Championship. I've got Modu. He's been kind enough to sponsor me for the Scottish Championship. He's going to pay for all my transport, hotels and entries for the Scottish, which is very nice. But yeah, we're just getting 20 passionate people on board that can help me go racing next year. And
you're going 450.
Yep.
Which we all think, from our point, is a smart
idea.
move. I'm sure you feel the same.
Because you go 250, you've got to spend a ton of money getting the thing up to speed. 450, you've only got a dial suspension and they're plenty fast enough, especially when you run a DP pipe.
Yeah.
No, exactly. 450 with a DP pipe.
It's not official yet.
It's fast enough. You don't need to worry about that side of things. Get Mark and his brother to sort the suspension out. You won't be far away, will you?
No, 100%.
So let's talk about moving on from the first episode. You mentioned then Scottish Championship. That's got to be a good thing, not only to get your career back on track, but it's they're doing good things in the Scottish Championship, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. They've got really good tracks. And also I feel like as a racer, the more you can race, the better it is, right? You see all the top boys race as much as possible. So why not, right? I have the freedom to do what I like and I love racing. So going to try and race as much as possible. And the tracks look really good. And if you win, they pay good money.
Oh. Which is
a bonus.
And the day, this is your job, isn't it? That's the point.
The kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, you've got any kids, but
not yet. But well, I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't know that. I'm not kind of official. He might be telling us something. Noise? I don't know. I think it's because
if we just disappear backwards,
if this suddenly breaks and me and Rob go legs akimbo over the back, again something needs a titanium bolt.
Don't keep on with the bolts. There's nothing wrong with the bolts.
So the Scottish Championship, I think. And the standards, the tracks are really good. That's the point. Like Johnny and the whole team up there are doing a really good job. So I think you'll benefit a lot from that. And to me, knowing you, like I got to know you through Team Green and all that, you need to be racing
100%. And that's what I feel like I've lacked the last few years, just racing week in, week out. But yeah, I mean that and the British Championship and hopefully the British GP, and if the speed's good, some US Nationals. Ooh. That's the goal.
When you're thinking about the Nationals?
Not sure. Maybe I want to do Redbud. I feel like that's a staple.
You really want to go there?
Yeah.
Have you been there?
No.
Track looks mint, but you will be sick and tired of idiots giving it Redbud in your ear well all weekend. It's the most frustrating thing you can possibly do.
And there's our transatlantic relationship with all the American fans. Bob's
fucking
just keeping that
irritating.
I feel like that's the older generation speaking there.
Trust me. You go.
Really?
I'm not saying I told you so, but I will. I've given it. How was that for you?
So you saying you've had enough
Track's
of the
mint.
You've had enough of the Redbud
absolutely
chance.
Lovely. But people screaming Redbud in your ear roll.
I wonder how many times you've actually heard that.
Really fast.
Yeah, the track's really good. So Redbud.
Track's mint.
Yeah.
I'll just go there and put noise cancellation
earphones
in.
Wear ear defenders or something. I mean, they're passionate. I'll give them that.
How is okay? We're at a point where probably
that's a big if. Though.
That's a big if.
It's a big if.
That's part of what you maybe want to try and do.
Yeah.
Certainly this year or going into next. But again, that's all depending on how it falls and how all this comes together. Is that something I'm guessing like most British riders, European riders, we still, a lot of us look to go and, it'd be great to race in America. I mean, I was fortunate to do it.
You did a good performance.
I did race a national, but I didn't race in the national.
What do you mean?
You raced at a national.
I raced at a national.
You didn't qualify?
No, they had an industry race, so I got to ride the track on a shit-hot bike, a pro circuit bike that he put together. It was amazing. So I rode a couple of nationals, but obviously I got to ride them post my professional career. So Washougal I don't remember too much about because if I'm brutally honest, I was drunk. But yeah, brilliant. So
no, fair play.
You come to Unadilla as well.
Yeah. That's where we did the picture with RC, where we got him to do the bird.
God, my memory's fucked.
Yeah.
I got to stop swearing, haven't I? Because I know. Yeah, stop.
That's where I think did Wyndham beat him that day, and then the following week he was like he was obviously really annoyed, and he really took it out on him. Remember, Wyndham was on the 450, but he was on the 252 stroke still.
That wasn't the year that James landed on.
No, that was 07. That was when I went back.
06.
We're reminiscing.
What year was that?
04 was the first time.
That was the year I was born.
Thanks, Bob.
Shut up.
When he said we sound like old men, he's justified that quote.
That is the year I was born.
Yeah. Brilliant. All of a sudden, my back's aching more just from him saying that.
That's took the edge right.
Hasn't it? It's really pissed on
boys.
our fireworks. Bob.
Sorry, boys. Gents.
So, Redbud, any other tracks that you want to look at?
Don't know. I'm not
if
really.
If you go there, I'm
honest,
guessing you're going to try and you wouldn't be able to go do like one, and then it'll all depend on schedule.
Yeah, it does.
I will say there ain't no bad ones.
No,
they're all mega.
No, 100%. I feel like, well, obviously, it's first is money. If we can get over there, and then if I'm not going to go out there if I'm not competitive enough to qualify or get a half decent result. So I feel like see how the first portion of the season goes, and if I'm competitive, then I'll start looking into it a bit more.
Listen, it's really early days, but we spoke in the first episode about you rode a 450 at the beginning of this year at Hawkstone, and you did really well with no prep time and stepping on the bike. Brad Todd's been out there racing and qualifying and doing well. So if you go on the theory of where you were with your first ride on a 450 and what Brad's been doing, like you say, you got to feel confident that you can go there and qualify and enjoy the experience.
I mean, it gets me excited thinking about it, so I don't actually want to think about it too much,
okay.
to be honest.
I like
but
that.
no, yeah, like 100%, that is the goal. And me and Craig come up with that idea because I mainly want to do it right. I have the luxury to do what I want. I want to make the most of it whilst I can because I've never had that opportunity to go out. Well, I did actually as a kid with my old man, but like as an adult, I feel like it's every kid's dream, right?
Yeah. And I guess, like you said, the career, it's over pretty quick. So grab that opportunity while you can.
Have fun. That is the biggest thing for me.
Tell you what you could do. You could go over there and you could vlog and let us all know what's going on. Wouldn't that be good? Make that happen.
I'm getting pressured to
Just
start
so you know, we are pressurising Bobby into doing his own blogs, vlogs, whatever, because I think he's a sellable. I think he's funny, and you want to see what he's up to, but he don't want to do it. So just
sorry,
it's not that I don't want to do it. I need advice. I need help.
Well, the advice is fucking do it. How hard can it be? Just get your phone, put it in front of you.
There he is, Mr. Motivator. You first saw him on GMTV. His appearance has changed quite a lot since then. But
no, just I think people
just do it.
I think people would follow you, and if they don't, stop. It's not that hard, is it?
No, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
There's one thing to be said about Wobbles. It's you paint a pretty black and white picture, don't you, Wobbs? You know
time for bullshit, son.
No.
Sorry,
I did kind of throw you under the bus a little bit there, Bob.
so
suggesting that you should do a vlog.
We want Bobby to start doing blogs and having his own YouTube channel and all this other stuff.
Let's hear your opinion. I know, we obviously other podcasts do that, so let's jump on the bandwagon. Comments below if you think Bob should do a comment, do a
little behind the scenes, little what he's up to, how this 20 Club 579 is going to work out for him.
I'd like to see you because I know you. I've known you since you were little, so I know that you've got some good banter. I will give you that. You are funny.
Yeah, well, that's half the
You're
battle.
a funny lad.
I mean, look, Tommy's doing really well with it. And Tommy's increased his marketability massively because the actual real Tommy is coming out. He's funny, and a lot of people thought he was ignorant when he was racing because he was serious. But Tommy's a funny kid. Listen.
No, I'll have to.
You got some good cohorts as well that you could get involved. Like like for example, Woodcock is a good example. You and Dylan are always entertaining together. You're like a little bit of a double act, if truth be told.
Yeah. Some golf vlogs.
There you go, kid. Get it on there. Whatever you're
I'd like to see that purely because I want to see with my own eyes, actually, because you both talk the talk.
But can we walk?
I want to see who is actually the genuinely the better golfer, because he tells me he is.
No, he really is. I can't lie, he really is.
Oh, okay.
He's a pervert around golf.
Is he? Okay. Well, you got to improve your game.
For the vlog.
Everything across the board.
I think you should just do it once a week if that's what you want to do. I don't like doing it.
We're not asking you to make his vlog.
No, but
You're giving me
it's
some
important.
false
It's
hope
marketing.
here.
It's marketing. You've got to put yourself out there. You have to get yourself more in front of people and get yourself. So if a sponsor's looking at you, they're thinking, "I get good value for money from that kid."
That's a good idea.
You can beat somebody in a race, but if you're vlogging and you've got thousands of followers, you're worth more money than the kid who's just beat you.
Yeah. No, it's a good idea.
I'm going
to get on that bandwagon.
Going back to the American thing then, this chair's got a break in a minute. Going back to the American thing, you know enough people that have gone out there and done it, Dylan being one of them. So is that hearing the stories from them as well? Have they spoken to you about like the whole, what it's like out there and all that? Or is,
he's told me how good it is.
So you've got an expectation.
Yeah, he's always told me how good it is. But loads of people have always asked, like, why don't you go out there and race? But I don't have the resources to go. But if this year I can make it happen, then it's my foot in the door, right? I can. Yeah. And if you start doing well, like, I'm not saying I'm on Gio's level or any of that, but look how well it's worked out for him. Now he's got a ride for next year, and like
we got quite a few Brits doing it. Like I said, Brad Todd's been doing it. The SC Sports Home team have done a great job in going.
Yeah, they've been over there full time.
They went. Obviously, Charlie's done some before him. They took Gilbert out, did them. Purden's done one or two. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not? If
100%.
the opportunity arises.
Let's not forget Max.
Yeah, Max as well. Yeah,
who's like full
on and done it.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
He's doing all right. Yeah.
Well, I really hope that comes off, because again, having watched those guys when they raced the Nationals, that did, from a British fan perspective, it gave me, like we said before, I think in the first episode, it gives you like somebody to cheer on and to root a bit more.
And that's what it's about. And this project you got now with like $3,000 investment, it gives you somebody to cheer for, somebody you have interest in. It's like a gamble. It's like a bet. And it gives you a dog in the fight. And you ever go horse racing and don't bet on a horse, it's the most boring day in the world. But if you go and have a $5 on a horse, all of a sudden you're jumping up and down like a mad thing.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you can be their horse in the race, because they've invested a relatively small amount of money.
I like this pitch. I'm going to get some. When you run like back in the
got some merch.
Yeah, like in the good old days when they used to run the old rosettes and vote.
Yeah,
vote Bob. I say.
I'm telling you, I think
let's get behind Bob.
I think it's a brilliant idea, and it's
we need it. I think, especially my age, my generation, we need it a lot in this day and age. It's so hard to go racing, especially in Europe and stuff. Like, we need all the help we can get. So, me doing this, and if we pull it off, I think it could be really, really good.
I think it'd be good for you as well. You said about potentially as well the opportunity to ride the British GP. Of course, that it's provisionally on the calendar. No venue announced yet. But so that again, would that be obviously depending on resources, but
yeah, 100%.
You'd want to go and have a go at MX.
Yeah, it don't take long to drive up the M4, does it?
Oh, Bob knows something.
I know less than most, please will believe me.
Okay. Well, I obviously saw.
You would think I'd know a lot more than I do.
Listen, I've got pulled into that as well, because I saw the rumor. I actually saw the news break on. I think it was Dirt Hub. So, and then
what is the news?
Well, there's obviously rumors that the British GP might be at Foxhill. So then I then couldn't help myself and thought, because every time I go to Foxhill, I look at it and I think
wasted potential.
Or just to bring it back to to its former glory, and people say it's past that. But when you've been privileged enough to race British GPs around there, it kind of gets under your skin, and I was fortunate enough to do that. So I look at it and think, God, if somebody could invest back into this venue and get it, it needs a lot of work. So I went and did a little what I would do with it as a bit of fun, and then it was called like, oh, what's going on? Yeah. Like I know what's going on, and maybe I shouldn't have done.
I reckon you do know.
No,
what's
I
going
don't.
On.
We all know that there's.
I wish I did. I wish I was.
There's an opportunity for it to go to Foxhill.
Where else would it go?
There's a few other options, I think, but I think that the smart money's on Foxhill. Paul Cook, who runs the track, is super keen, super excited about doing it. He wants to do it, I'm sure. I think they're just crunching the numbers at the moment. That's my understanding. I mean, like we run an event at Foxhills.
Paul's a good crowd.
Paul's a good crowd. You can obviously, if the track gets worked on to bring it to a Grand Prix level, I think it'd be awesome. I'll be there, 100%. Be the best. I'd love to see a British GP. I mean, Dixon's done a great job with the British GP, but Matterley, it's an awesome track, but you have to have 100,000 people there to make it look like there's anybody there.
Well,
that's where it lacks is the, what's the word? Atmosphere. Whereas the Foxhill is in that valley and you get the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I ended up putting that in my post when I posted my sort of track design. And it's exactly what I said. Like, Matterley came along at a great time when we didn't have a GP and we needed something. And credit to Steve and everybody that did that. And they've done it for 20 years has gone by. That quick. It's mad, isn't it? 20 years been going there. And without Matterley, we wouldn't have had a British GP. And
like Nations there and everything else.
But also part of it was we had that Nations there and that was one of the best ones ever with regards to the volume of people there. And after that, it was always going to feel like this is, if you don't get those numbers in, because it's such a vast venue, like you said.
It's massive.
So I think going back to somewhere like Foxhill, where I think I put it in my post, like if you had 10,000 at Matterley, it's going to seem like it's a practice day, even though it's still 10,000 people there because it's so vast. You put 10,000 people align the valley at Foxhill.
It's rammed.
But I'm biased. That's what I was trying to highlight in the post.
Well,
like,
we
people
had it
say
back
you know what you know,
we
and
had
I
it back
don't know
in the 90s and we loved it.
Yeah,
we all had a great time. That's where we cash in on the VMXDN thing. It's nostalgia. People come. You never went because you weren't born yet. But we have a lot of people come because their dad's giving it. It was mega back in the 90s. When we started doing Foxhill wasn't doing a lot. And now we've shown that the venue can do something again. And hopefully they can go ahead and, put it on a world stage. I think it's the best thing in the world. I mean,
I think it's good for GPs as well to have different tracks.
Of course it is.
Like the new tracks that they've brought in this year, I feel like
same.
Everyone needs it, don't they? They need to change. Otherwise you're racing around the same track every year.
No, exactly.
That's good to hear you saying that, because you're from a generation where the tracks have been more manufactured, yeah, more sculptured, and they are. Like back in the day, obviously there's more natural terrain and stuff like that. So to hear you say that you'd like to see a bit more variation.
Yeah, but
do you think that makes it like a more worthy championship? Because then you've got to be able to ride all varying
100%,
conditions.
because at GPs now, I'm pretty sure you can run a scoop tyre at every single race.
Yeah.
I don't see how people are going to run a scoop tyre at Foxhills.
I wouldn't.
Can you?
No.
Unless
it's 98. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Just on the slicks.
Let's not go there.
I think it's fair to say if I was still actively racing, the scoop tyre would be staying in the van.
Yeah. Well, they run a scoop at pretty much every race at a GP now.
Yeah.
So it's a mix-up, right? When was the last time you said GP baked hard?
Yeah, I mean, the track needs work. There's nobody's denying that. The track needs to bring it to Grand Prix level, but you don't have that kind of natural terrain at many Grand Prix tracks anymore. And back
only an A really
in the day.
Well, that's what I highlighted.
The trouble with the A, everybody looks at the pictures. They take all the pictures of the bottom of the valley. You turn around and look up. They're in a solar.
Yeah, on the other side.
There's a few marshals kicking around.
Yeah.
It looks like a practice day because everybody stood in that little square at the bottom.
Yeah, well, it's not
And it looks
big,
right.
but yeah.
It's a big square, but the whole crowd's there.
Yeah.
You turn around, it's like empty. It's like looking at Apex, man.
No, so it'd be awesome if you did it. And that's another thing because I kind of jumped on the bandwagon. I got overexcited because I thought, oh, great, I'd rather see a British GP than not.
Yeah, of course, we all want to see it.
If the rumours were true or are true that's going there, that's why I'm like, look, let's get behind it. Let's not be negative 100%. And start slagging the place. Whoever's going to put their balls on the line to run a GP, scary. I've got nothing but admiration for them.
Yeah,
we've been involved with that. We
have, and it's like, them Isle of Wight Grand Prix, brilliant weekends. Matterley, we've had some mint times there, and it just Foxhill can do it. We know that, and I mean, yes, there's going to be a bit of work. You've got to find room for the skybox thing. You've got to find room for the mechanic, but that's what they know. They're signing up for that. It's not going to be a surprise.
Yeah.
And, there's a bit of infrastructure to put in with the hard standing or the wash bays and all that. That's fine. Paul's no idiot. They'll do what they got to do. And it will be mint. No, don't question it. It'll be mint.
Well, as I said, that's news to me.
It's not a done deal.
No, but like if the rumours, like I said, if that's going to happen, I'd be all, exactly. I'd be all behind it. How would you feel about
Yeah, it's a
Just
change,
race
isn't it? Yeah, I'd 100%. I want to race the British GP. So if it's at Foxhills, I love the place. Not many times you get a ride
It's
around the track.
generally one of your favourite ones.
Yeah, it is. In England, yeah, I think we're running out of tracks now, aren't we? In England, so it's one of the old school ones, and I'm sure a load of the old boys will come and watch as well because they've done GPs around there.
Yeah, that was an argument that I kind of presented in my post as
Old
well.
boys, by
Because
the way.
not that. The fact that if
10 years before he was born.
I know, it's mad. Another sort of argument that I presented was
He stopped doing that.
you said it. I didn't prompt you to say that. You're saying like we're losing more tracks
we
than we
are.
are gaining them. So if by somebody investing back into Foxhill to run the GP, surely that would benefit British Motocross because then we'd have a
Has to,
a
doesn't it?
GP spec track that can be used other than the
Have
GP.
we used it for the British?
No,
As of late?
No, not
For a couple of years.
no, not a couple of years, maybe. I don't recall. Maybe two. I can't remember the last time the British went there. Two or 3 years ago. Yeah. So you imagine if it was revamped, with fresh infrastructure.
Yeah, they're going to put a lot of work in, and so any other events there will be benefiting from that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Of course it would be.
Oh yeah, they do like the vets there, don't they?
They do an old boys
I've
race.
heard
old
about
boys.
an event there. Yeah, I've
do
heard
an
about
old boys
that.
race there.
Apparently, it's quite good.
Never been.
Busy.
Yeah, so it's really good. Apparently, one of the promoters is a bit of a odd ball,
Oh well.
but a lot of people say that about Dave.
Well, you got
Couldn't help that.
you
Don't pull me up.
you got
that.
two
I couldn't
options.
resist the
You
joke.
can come or you don't come. It's really fucking simple. Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't come then. Stay away.
It's fair enough.
You know what I mean? It's a good weekend. It's great. And like, I feel quite proud of what we've done to help Foxhills get onto potentially the world stage. Because what we've done is proved that you can have a big event at that track. And it's a good event and it's good racing.
Yeah, it's 2 strokes though.
I'm not going to get down that road again. I got told off for swearing too much. Of that.
You've got to.
It's a good
You've
bike.
got to. I want to say you've got to ride a 4-stroke, but I suppose to be competitive at where the sport is at now, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you still love a 2-stroke then.
yeah. I'd love to go and rip a 252 stroke right now. Wow.
I'm not sure about right now. It's 9:30.
Maybe we can have a deal. Maybe we can find you a
this
bike.
is-
Well, I've not got any bike sponsors, so I am a free agent for
We've
VMX.
definitely got a spare bike then, kid.
Nice
Maybe we
swap.
can have a deal.
This is going well for you. He stepped up from a pair of mechanic gloves to now
A bike.
giving you a
Full
bike.
Do I get the
Give
full
it,
works?
lend you one for the
lending.
weekend. Oh, Jesus, I don't give much away, kid. We know that.
Is it the full works?
Yeah.
Bobby, this
Could
could
set
be a
something
bit
up
of
here,
a
couldn't we,
scoop.
Wobbs?
I
This
think
could
we
be
can
a
have a
scoop.
deal. I'll tell you what.
Handshake.
Oh, there's a handshake.
There you go.
Suddenly I felt like I was on, Great Bake Off, British Bake Off. You got the nod. You got
got the handshake.
You got the handshake from Paul Hollywood. Bloody hell!
He's in. The boy's
in.
in. That's our
Hold on,
first
haven't
rider.
you-
There you go. VMXDN.
Am I the first rider announced?
Yeah, you're the first rider now.
Well, that's a privilege.
Have you not got a run? I know you're.
Shouldn't we have run that
doing-
past our social media girl?
Yes, I know you're. Kind of doing more of your own thing, or whatever. But you've still got a degree of management. Do you not have to run it? Do you not negotiate with management?
No,
I don't want to deal with him. He's so hard work.
Okay.
This is a separate weekend off thing.
It is a weekend off. August bank
Wow.
holiday.
Well, there you go.
They can come and
that's
watch.
the first
Come
on
and watch.
a Torq Moto scoop
There you
without
go.
the tyre, obviously, because you're not.
It's a lot of
gonna run
racing I'm agreeing to now next year, isn't
it.
it?
It is. You
It's good, I
suddenly-
love it.
But it's all about giving the sponsors value for money, kid.
100%. I've got to give back for what?
Yeah, that pair of gloves is going to cost you.
Wow, it's amazing what you can haggle with a pair of gloves, Wob, isn't it?
Exactly. That's why we made them.
Yeah. So add. So we're doing the Royal We. So you're doing the Scottish Championship potentially, if enough people get behind you. Please do, because I, as a fan of obviously Bobby's, but particularly British motocross, I would love to see you go and have a stab
Yeah.
at AMA.
Me
It's,
too.
again, just to see for your own benefit, for the worldly experience of doing it, but also to see where you place, where you sit.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
No, it will be.
Yeah, we're getting cryptic messages on our. This is how they communicate with us. We're keeping it real here at Torq Moto.
Can you find a yellow pitboard marker for that white pitboard?
Those of
Son of
you,
a
Make it even less easy to read.
those of you listening, obviously it won't make any sense at all. Those of you watching it won't make too much sense. But Danny is holding up a Shane McElrath pitboard. What year is that from? What?
Is that TLD KTM?
It's TLD KTM.
No, Honda.
Honda. Red. Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? 15?
So we're just basically using all your memorabilia to just use
Just use it, yeah.
FCV MX.
I think
Farley Castle Vintage MX, middle of September 10th to 12th. Beautiful old British track.
It is.
How nice was it this year, though?
I'll tell you what.
How nice was the dirt this year?
I've never been there.
What? Oh, you need to ride Farley.
Well,
signing up for 2 events now.
well, we're doing Foxhills. Is
You
there?
might as well ride the same bike. You may as well just leave the numbers on
Oh,
it.
Bob, you'll love it. Honestly, like,
I'm in.
Farley's
the
fun.
dirt, the dirt this year in particular, because we had rain leading up to it, was
And we had worked on it from the
Yes,
Tuesday, mind.
no,
It's not
it-
like it was
yeah,
by
you know.
accident.
you'll love it. It's proper
It
nice,
was like putty.
grippy
It was.
dirt. There's no, obviously there's no modern like rollers
Yeah.
or tabletops.
Elliot-
but
Elliot
trust
said-
me,
Steps there, isn't there?
Yeah.
trust me, you're even as fit as you are and as much as you ride, those 4 or 5 laps are
Is that how long it is?
it's intense. Like it gets rougher than you think on old bikes. Like it looks
Square
flat.
edge.
I'll put it this way. Elliot this year, Elliot Max Brown, said, I'm not being funny. He said, that, I believe, is the best dirt I've ever raced on. Ever. He said, that track is the best track I've ever ridden on.
It
was
Sign me up.
One of my all-time favourite tracks, that's for sure.
You race there.
Team. Oh God, now I'm getting constant pressure again. Not only you, yeah.
When did you last
Charlie
race there?
keeps trying to get me to race Farley. Maybe,
Teammates?
Maybe teammates. Bob, we could maybe do that.
could.
Okay.
You have
We
to
can
ride a
find out.
Yamaha, wouldn't you?
I probably would, yeah. But
Any
you
of
know,
them kicking around?
No.
but he's a free agent. He can ride. He doesn't have to ride. You know, he can ride a Yamaha too. It's not like he didn't race one before, and he was bloody good on one.
Yeah, exactly. We've already done a deal for
Okay.
Foxhills.
yeah,
Yeah.
get him on it.
So you okay?
Mate, you
So
are
you're
gonna
doing
break
all
this couch
you're
and
doing
we're
all
gonna
these
go-
events, right? So you're in British Motocross. You're hopefully going to be like one of our front runners, or not dumping that pressure on you, Bobby, but a generation. Going to be the next generation. Hopefully, your age. All the other riders in and around you going off and doing more GPs and more world events. So that's really cool. So where do you see where we're at with the British scene at the minute? Because let's be honest, if we're being really truthful about it all, the last 2 or 3 years up until maybe the turnaround this year, it's had a different vibe. That's the first thing
Yeah.
I'll say. I'm not saying this was better or worse, but what I would say, this year's British Championship, people seem to be like happier and enjoying it more again. But regards of taking it forward, do you think it's in a strong place? Now we're obviously live streaming it. That's going to help you,
Yeah,
and sponsors and stuff
100%.
like that.
But I think it's hard for us as racers to comment on this as much as other people because we just race and then go back to the van. But
Yeah.
the first thing I noticed at Hawkstone was there was 2 groups. Never in my life have I ever been to a British Championship and had to qualify. So that's, I think, a plus straight away.
Yeah,
And then obviously all the live streams in between races, you can go back and watch the group after you, see what lines are forming and stuff like that. So it's
so
like,
you're using that as a
yeah, of
tool.
course, yeah.
God, I never really stopped to think about that.
No,
Yeah,
I
just
never
like,
thought you'd
yeah.
do that. Very.
What else do you do with your free time? You have free live streams.
Yeah.
Why not have a little look at how the track's developing? But yeah, this year was definitely an improvement, I think. Like there was more people at the races, more people on the start line. Competition was good throughout both classes. So it's definitely making improvements, but I don't really know how I can make it better apart from showing up and racing right and promoting it. But I'm not sure. What's your take on it?
Well, I think we're now trending and moving in the right direction.
100%.
It's not. It's no quick fix for it.
No.
I know we now got Tim Lightfoot, the new ACU chairman, who's been pretty proactive with it all. He's taken on board a lot of advice and looking at other programs and other federations, and we have fallen a little behind the 8
Well, yes and no, because like you go to the Grand Prix and people back in the day, they'd be like, we had like 8 guys do on the grading list and doing the Grand Prix. Yeah, but there's not that many doing GPs. But then again, the start line ain't full of French kids, ain't full of Italian kids, ain't full of Belgian kids. So there's no other federations really kicking the arse out of it either.
No, but they
have a better program than us, especially the French, I would say.
Yeah, so they're
their
not
program's
dominating.
government funded,
Yeah.
but they're not. There's not 9 of them on the start line.
No. But there is more. But like you said, there is more of them doing it, and I don't know if that's because now, as I said, that stretch of water, is become harder for British riders to cross and commit to.
It ain't been hard to come back.
I was trying to avoid that, but I just knew you were going to go there, Robs. You never let me down. Yeah, on that side of it. But, you know, when you were doing some EMX rounds and whatever, you know, how did you find it as a kid? Was you ever like going to the events and thinking, feeling a little bit out of your depth compared to the UK?
Not really, no. I feel like whenever a top level British rider's gone abroad, they've done pretty good, haven't they? So there's just not enough of us over there. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a money thing but English riders are really good. And when people come over to England, they realise that, because I don't think anyone's really come to England from abroad and absolutely stomped, have they?
No.
I mean, when Evert's come over a few years ago, I beat him on a 125 and he was on a 250. So it's not like us English kids are slow. We just don't have the chances to go abroad. For what reason, I'm not sure.
No, and we're still trying to sort of get
And you
to the
get,
bottom
you
of
know,
that.
when Hurlins comes over, he doesn't have it all his own way.
No, you don't.
But I just wish Conrad could do that abroad.
Yeah, I don't know what happens there. I really don't.
No,
because he's
speed and a question.
He's special.
Speed and a question.
Oh, he can flow.
He's fast.
Always fast.
Definitely
But
about it.
Is
Same
that-
as Watson, though. I don't feel like people give Watson enough credit. Top 10 in GPs.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going fast, especially on, I don't know if his bike was good or not, but on a beta, it's a pretty new bike. Like, he's going fast.
And that kind of reflects with the whole, you know, going on to the nations thing, and we said about like team selection and all that, you know. And
It is hard.
it's
That
tough.
Mark's got a tough job with trying to pick three guys who can, and it's also what people don't understand. And I've been involved with the nation's infrastructure a little bit, not to anywhere near the depth of Mark, but what you don't realise is like you need to get not just the right riders, you need to get the riders with the backing, and to be able to go and race in a different country. So well and good if they're factory KTM and they've got, or factory Triumph, they've got bikes and trucks everywhere. But if you're trying to create that, that's hard.
particularly those
really
when it does go genuinely overseas. And
Yeah,
out of
like
Europe.
for France and whatever, no biggie. But if you're in if you're in America and you haven't got any American deals, it's really expensive.
Logistically, it's really hard.
Yeah,
You know, which again, I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but
the
obviously,
money is off. You can't get your head around. I mean, the money that Star Racing want to show up to a national track is just off the
Yeah,
charts.
yeah.
But that's what it costs to run bikes.
Yeah.
You know, like
Don't think they're making money off it, are they? Just to get there.
It's sheer. It's the cost to build a bike for that race is so off the charts, and
Crazy.
it's like nobody gets paid for nations. You do it out of you know pride, whatever. Well, Bobby Reagan from Stars got no pride in an English kid riding a bit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
why would he pay for it?
yeah.
And the mechanic's got to do another week's work for free. Who wants to work for free? No offense, but there's not many people who do.
Yeah, about a point.
And especially when you've done 34 weeks already.
Yeah, a long old season, you know, because their obviously season with Supercross is just
Well, yeah. I
so
mean, I
long.
experienced that when I was at Smith, and every week there was a week. Every time there was a break in the schedule, I was flying to the Grand Prix. Burnt me out.
It's a lot.
It's a lot,
Motocross racing is a lot.
and I wasn't even racing. I was just handing out goggles.
Did you find it tough? You know, obviously trying to make that grade and get into EMX and, you know, EMX 250 and there's EMX not as many as GPs. I know that, but there's still a lot of racing to do.
Yeah.
And with the traveling, that's what people underestimate.
No, yeah. Flights and driving that many hours after
You know,
racing is tough.
they just see you riding at the weekend. They
Especially
don't
if
see
Dixon's paying for your flights.
the logistics from how to get from A to B. You know, I didn't hear that. Sorry, I was. Well, I
made myself
don't.
laugh.
Maybe I shouldn't ask what
He
happened
said
there.
travelling's tough. I said it is when
Right.
Dixon's organising an easy travel agent.
Yeah, then it's tough.
Then it's tough.
Extra tough.
Bless him.
No, it is tough. But also, it's part of your job, right? So
It is,
you suck it up and
It is.
get on with it.
Go just very quickly before we break completely away from British motocross. What you had, like Hurlin's coming over, and we've had other GP riders before come and do it. What's your take? You know, literally, if you were a fan, I'm not saying necessarily as a rider, but you are, so you can comment on that side of it. Do you think it's a good thing that if we have GP riders or guest riders come over?
100%.
Because a lot of people kick up a bit of a fuss when we get top riders, saying, "Well, it's taking resources away from our own." And all.
Yeah, but I don't, as a person, like, if I was a mid-pack rider and I knew Jeffrey or someone was coming over, why would I not want him to come over? You know where you're at, right? It gives you something to chase even more. I don't understand that at all.
No, why wouldn't you want more people there
I
to
don't
see you
understand.
ride? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you? You're going to
Yeah.
break this chair.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want more people there? Why wouldn't you want to be able to put yourself, somebody at that level, because otherwise you're never going to get to
Because
race
there is
again.
nothing better than racing in front of a full crowd.
No,
There is nothing better.
I wholeheartedly agree. That's why
God, that was fast,
I
wasn't it?
wanted to ask you, because same thing when I've seen some of those comments with people saying, it's like it's not. We need to put.
It's helping the sport.
We need to concentrate on British riders. Like, yeah, but it's helping them raise their standard. The bar.
100%.
They've always done it. People have always. Billy Lyles came over and raced the British Championship.
Yeah.
I mean,
It used to be like a GP back in the day, didn't it?
It used to be like
Everett's.
Yeah.
But even back then, there was issues, weren't there?
No,
I seem to remember they tried to make. Did he not? Unless
And there was a bit more with the Billy Lyles one. I was
really
I was a
stretching
bit
my
involved with that. In fairness, he came over.
memory.
Billy Lyles.
Bro, God. Oh, Bobs, we are so old.
I'm being serious.
Okay, well, yeah, but it was a top
when was
American
this?
rider.
Top
This is
American guy
90s,
who used to do Grand Prix.
90s, yeah.
Top American guy who used to do Grand Prix.
Is that bad?
No, it's just a
Well, it was
generational thing. You're not
92.
going to know.
I mean,
You
it
weren't
was-
even born.
It was 12 years before you were born, so why would you? You know what I mean? He's a good egg, Billy. A nice kid. Really funny.
But that's why I wanted to ask you that, just because,
And he raced the British.
yeah.
He raced the British, and I think Kurt and Thorpe
Brownie raced the British
kicked
as well,
off,
didn't
but
he?
there was something. Brownie did, yeah. There was something with Billy doing it. He was going to do Belgian Championship or something, and then he came into British, but then he went back to the Belgian Championship, got more money in the end. I think there was something.
Yeah, because he didn't do the whole series, did
No,
he?
he did Canada Rights, and they moaned about
Yeah,
it. But I think it was.
something
I think
like
it was like preempted that they were going to moan.
Good track.
I think that
I don't
the team
remember.
wanted him to ride British Championships.
Yeah.
He was getting paid start money to do Belgian Championships, so he came to do British to keep the team happy.
Right.
He'd already had a deal with Kurt to complain. Kurt moaned, got him booted out of the British Championship so he could go back and ride the Belgian Championships and make money. There you go, I remembered.
Well done. Because I didn't remember any of that.
Yeah.
I was too busy into my early rock phase at that point.
Yeah, there you go, that's the truth.
Lost years.
Bless Kurt.
But yeah, it's I'm glad that you've said that, because you've gone to EMX and obviously raced there and hired standard, and thinking back to my career, there was no doubt that when I got on the grading list, like you said, you had to earn the right to go GPs. Then my level just went up in 1 year, just 1 year of
It's
doing
crazy.
GPs.
Honestly,
it just
Drags you on.
when you put yourself against better people, your standard inevitably has to rise.
Especially in EMX, because there's literally 60 kids that are within a second.
Yeah.
Like I remember a few races this year, like Portugal and stuff, when it started out dry in the morning. Oh my God. From like 1st to 12th must have been 1.5 seconds, and you're not getting that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Even in MX2 and stuff, they're not that close. It is ridiculous. You've got to be on the A game every single lap.
Love to watch a good 125. It's the best, isn't it?
Need to get him on one. Maybe get him on a 125 for your event.
Yeah, you're adding that to Foxes, aren't you? 125 class.
You can't. Yeah, we are. We're gonna. I'm aiming to put a 125 class in.
Plot thickens. Not only might
Maybe
be
you can ride
riding it,
Levi
you-
Townley's bike at Farley.
This is getting better
How
by a
about that?
second, Bob.
Maybe
Look,
you
his
can
eyes.
get
His
there.
eyes are. His eyes.
I
For
don't
those of
wanna-
you listening to this podcast, I'll tell you right now. Let me try and explain what's happening. Bob's eyes are glazing over.
Stop
He's
glazing.
almost like,
That's what happens when you talk about two strokes, my friend.
bloody hell.
People want to ride.
No, I do miss my 125.
Yeah,
It weren't a wob one though.
No, we'll build you a
but
good
you
one.
would get. I mean, you really did perform well on
No,
that
we had a
125.
good bike.
Didn't you? You won the Blue Crew thing, didn't you? Did you win it at Assen, or did you finish?
No,
on the
third.
Third. Were you leading it for a while? Because that was a proper mudder, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
I can't.
remember rightly.
It was chaos. I didn't actually know where I was half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was chaos. It was so wet.
Yeah. I seem to remember you having a good result there. So that was good. Like
No,
you
that
said,
was
it's-
good. We've had some good results over the years.
Yeah, more to come, mate.
We all like to watch a good 125, but I can honestly say we're all looking forward to seeing you in anger on a 450.
Yeah.
Proper bike.
Yeah.
Man's bike.
You got to ride them smooth, don't you, kid? You can't be wringing its neck like a 125. That
can't.
ain't going to end well for you.
So taking it from one extreme to the other, we all love 125s. We ask every guest we've ever had on Torq Moto about electric bikes, because it's here. It's not like something. It's not like the Jetsons, and we're talking about like Back to the Future. What could
whether
be?
we like it or not, it's here, kid.
You at 21 years of age, the reality is that you might, before your career's out, you might end
racing
up
one.
racing one.
Scary.
I know you're not there yet, but what's your take on the whole thing, like electric bikes in the sport?
At the start, I was really against them. I was like, no way, they can't be that good. For one, I think it's quite dangerous that you can't hear when someone's behind you unless you shout at them. And two, it's weird, right? Like, I grew up racing motorbikes, noise.
Noise is a big part of it.
But then I rode one, and it has half changed my mind, but still I do not really like the concept of it.
No.
But if you're in a situation where it's either you ride an electric bike or you ride nothing at all, you're going to ride an electric bike.
Well, unfortunately, the noise, which we all love, two-stroke noise,
it's getting cut down every
but
year.
now the four-strokes have come along and they've caused all the track not all the track problems, but a lot of the track noise issues because the sound carries a lot further than a two-stroke sound, even though right in front of you for the noise test it's quiet. When they're on full chat, they make a load of noise.
Isn't it funny how it's evolved? And at the time, they literally introduced four strokes to try, like the environmentalists for emissions and to make the sport more, and it actually had the opposite.
And I mean, like, how many people has anybody ever said to you they like the sound of a four-stroke bike?
No.
No, it sounds awful, doesn't it? But you hear a two-stroke full chat through the woods, you're like, oh, that's
Yeah. Or around Foxhills, up and down the hills.
Yeah, or you wouldn't have never experienced it, but a good 500 under going up Hawkston Hill. Oh,
Rob, stop it! My eyes are starting to glaze over as well.
But that, honest to God, that thing up there hooking gears, just
barking.
Particularly
those factories, particularly the HRC Hondas back in the day.
Particularly those, yeah.
But like when they had the four-rider team with Romans and all that, and then the four of them just barking up Hawkstone Hill. I was like, oh, that's amazing.
Mind you, I will say, I think
you weren't born.
No, I know.
The coolest
never
thing
rode
I've
one
seen,
either.
the coolest picture I've seen from Hawkston, 125 Brownie. You seen him come around the finish on the back wheel.
Yeah,
and he must go through 3 gears with the front wheel just fighting it, and it don't go down till halfway up the hill.
Yeah,
and his style's something else.
Yeah, I remember that. I think didn't we run that? We run that picture in Moto.
Yeah, on a Cat Honda 125. He just didn't shut off. It was beautiful to see.
If we're talking 125 moments at Hawkstone, which we are, my favourite 125 moment of all time, quite possibly not even at Hawkstone, was Mike Healy, British 125 GP, 1989. When I went over to watch him go through the whoops for the first time.
Yeah,
ridiculous. Like. This is when they were big old proper whoops, like not like they are now. They were massive.
Now,
I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say.
And we were stood there, and he just come round that sweeper into it, and I'm like, he's going to break in. He's going to break in a minute, right? Surely, I'm like, he is going to hit them flat out. He's deranged.
Shut off.
And the whole ground, like within 20 foot of either side of the track, actually moved. You could feel the impact of the bike.
Now I see
under your feet.
I don't know who that is.
I see you, Mike Healy.
He doesn't know who Mike Healy is.
And I'm going to up you.
Oh,
Poozar.
Was Trump's top Trump.
Poozar on a 125 Suzuki, wasn't it? Thing of beauty, that was a thing of beauty. I've never seen a kid ride a bike like Alex Poozar, who was like pushing the bike over stuff.
Yeah, he was just like, wasn't he? Like,
come on, you bitch. He was like pushing it. You like
manhandling.
Oh, it's amazing style.
It's like he was there was no engine. He was pushing the thing over manually. I've never seen a kid aggressive like that. That was a beautiful thing to see.
Bob, we're gonna have to start. This is not a criticism. It's just the age you were born. I think we're gonna have to start educating Bob a bit more with the history of before you rode, before you was born even.
No, but I do know quite a lot of. I don't know. I think I just world champs. I know.
Yeah,
like Tortelli.
Oh, he was a beast.
I'm stuck on Tortelli. Everts.
You know Tortelli.
Roxon.
You know Tortelli used to bend handlebars without crashing.
Unit.
On the 125 Kawasaki, he'd bend them riding and have to change them every race.
Because he'd be that
How strong are you?
Pulling on the bars.
Not that strong, I don't think.
I mean, they weren't twin walls; they were regular 3/8 bars. But he would bend a pair of Renthals every time he went out, just by physically pushing and pulling.
Honestly, I'm glad you said that because it's reminding me of when he come back to lap me for the third time, I got a good view. I always got used to seeing Tortelli's and he
got lapped 3 times.
No, I was only twice. Come on, Bob, not 3 times. It wasn't that bad. But I was there at Foxhill when he had that amazing battle with Everett, so I kind of sort of had a bit of a front row seat to that for a couple. Well, I say a couple of laps, but I only kind of stuck with them for a couple of corners and then they disappeared. But I was part of that. But
corners, that's
Tortelli was in particularly he was such an ox up here. He was so wide. You know, like Jet Lawrence now is like he's quite broad on the shoulders, right? You know, like Tortelli was the same, but even kind of cross between.
And usually, like now, you don't see it, do you?
No.
You don't see the body. He looked like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And the kid, ooh.
He was so strong and stocky. He was kind of a cross between, almost like if you put Lawrence and Carmichael together. He was shorter, but he had that he was so broad on the shoulders. No wonder he bent bars.
He used to bend bars wider than them. JHK boys told me.
A lot of the boys used to be big and strong back then, though, for the 500 stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
You'd have to be. You know,
It's changed now. Like the MX2 boys are so skinny.
Yeah. Well,
Really nimble.
It helps. Same as Formula One boys. They're tiny, aren't they?
That's why, going back to what we said about, you obviously made the decision with the people around you and whatever. That's why, I personally believe you going to a 450 is the right time, the smart move. Because either way you look at it, you can't help the size that you are. So you would have had to
cut down a bit.
Yeah, like really to be competitive. You're big.
Risking injury. And
it's expensive to go racing 250s.
Yeah,
really expensive.
When you're heavy.
Yeah, to try and make the thing perform. Whereas a 450, you can just do the suspension, stick a DEP pipe on it.
And we're away.
And you're somewhere near, aren't you? I know I sound like an old duffer, but back in the day when I was a lad,
I'm going to start. It
was a lot of work to get a bike to run good, wasn't it?
God, yeah. Well, you've only got to look at
now. You can get a bike out of a box,
and
spend $1,000 on it, and the thing's good and reliable.
Yeah. Do you need your bifocals on, Wobbs?
I need him to use a better pen.
That's our 2-lap to go board has just come. Our 2-lap to go board has just come out.
You can take a bike out of a box and they were all really good. Like when we used to have to do magazine tests, when we started out, we got in trouble for slagging certain ones off. Towards the end of it, when I was working with Tony Marshall a lot, they were all good. And we had to come up with like 1,000 words a bike. And you're like, well, there's no bad ones there. They're all good. There's no shitter, is there? It used to be, and you won't remember this, one bike was slow, but it handled well. One bike was fast, but it was unreliable and didn't stop. The other, they all had something good about them. You couldn't ride a bike with a standard pipe on. You couldn't go out with a standard chain or standard handlebars.
Oh God, yeah. That's the first thing you ripped off. The chain was just like
junk, absolute junk.
Yeah.
Now
you might as well put a brace
on.
on.
And take a brand new bike, and the thing's got all good components on it.
Well, the thing is, production bikes have done a lot of testing, right? Standard pipes and stuff. They're not going to chuck any old crap pipe on.
Like we said before, it costs the same to make a good pipe as a bad pipe.
Yeah.
So what they do, they go to the race team, and they copy the race team pipe and make it into production because it works good. They let the pipe manufacturers do all the work.
Especially 450s nowadays, they're so fast.
450s are so fast, which brings us into another thing. Like maybe the 450s are too fast. There's only Eli Tomac can ride one, for fuck's sake.
Well, as in beast in it.
Yeah.
I mean, an RC was the same, wasn't it? Like,
and like my
for
argument
30 minutes anyway. Let's
say
say that. You might be able to.
Why do you ride motocross? To wind on the throttle and to have that feeling. Well, you don't get the same feeling from shutting it off, which is what most people are doing on a 450 because it's just too fast.
Yeah,
whereas
not
you
for
get a
weekend
125, you're ringing the thing's neck. It's making a load of noise. It's stepping sideways. The front end's up in the air, and you feel like you're doing a million miles an hour.
I think for your average, if you take your average Joe,
I don't think we should have. I agree.
Yeah,
I think it should be 350s.
Yeah,
I think that's enough.
I think for your average rider, 250s more than you need.
I think 250 is more than enough, but I understand. But
if you're big like you are, I
think a 350 is plenty for open class.
Yeah.
And then you could put 252 strokes against them.
Yeah.
And actually have a fighting
That's a good
chance.
shout. But
you'd be in for that?
Let me run the FIM. I'll put you fuckers right.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, but you're not allowed 252 strokes in MX2, are you anymore?
Not yet, kid. We'll change the rules.
I didn't.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
So didn't they do that for a while though? No.
Yeah, because 252 strokes is race with MX1, right?
Yeah, but the rules were like when the 4 strokes came out, they were
EMX 250
awful, weren't they?
Yeah.
And so they made that rule to make it advantage to the 4 strokes. But then the 4 strokes come on really good. And let's be honest, I don't like them, but they're really efficient, aren't they?
They are good.
They are really good bikes. I mean, efficiency ain't fun, is it? If efficiency was good, we'd all be driving Honda Civics, wouldn't we?
No,
they're
right.
efficient, aren't they?
If you make that comparison to like anything that's evolved, let's say rock, like music, like
do you like music by any chance?
Music's evolved across all spectrums, all genres, because you
Who's
do
on the spectrum?
Not me. Well, some would say I am. But
I know I am.
But you push people. That's how things evolve, isn't it? But like you said, you got to have a bit of excitement in life.
And there was, the American production rule is to blame for a lot of the bikes being so good production because they have to race a bike that you can buy. And I think that's cool, but I think they are almost too good now.
No, I would you agree with that?
Are they as much fun?
No, the problem is now we have too much to moan about, right? Yeah. I feel like back in the day, what you had is what you got to race with. Now it's suspension, engine.
Yeah,
like we have better resources now, and there's still more.
So is that because people are? That's how much society's changed, and people are looking for excuses more. Do you think?
Maybe, but you know
because you can't blame the bike so much anymore. But you try to.
Well, you can do.
You can do, but like back in the day, we could talk about to build like that 125 Suzuki behind you. There's 40 hours work to make that a race bike from a production bike. All week. Start at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. The bike's ready by Friday night. With a standard bike, there's that much work involved.
That's how much it's evolved.
That's how much it's evolved. Well, you can take a 450 out of a crate and
race it straight away
and race it. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was with Merv Anstey in '86 or something. He came in and the end had come off the gear lever, and he's screaming and shouting. I'm like, I can put a new gear lever on, kid, but I can't stop the end coming off it. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? But these things were not reliable, were they?
No, things.
And you had to work on them.
Yeah.
Certain things, shit just broke. The bike just stopped for no reason.
Going back to you said about how, again, way before you were born, Bob, but like, you're right. Like 1 year, there'd like usually be like a
Spit it out, Jeff.
A standout model, wouldn't there? Like 1 year, one manufacturer would nail it.
Yeah.
And that'd be like, oh, you got to get that head and shoulders above that bike. You know?
Yeah.
And then the others would like catch up, it seemingly, and then, but now, like you say, the margins between them,
they're all good.
You're almost choosing bikes on just your preference of who rides them and the colour.
100%. Who's winning?
Yeah, and like we had to come up with stuff like, I don't like the front brake lever and the front fender's a funny shape, and I think it needs a stiffer spring. Change the spring, you prick. You know what I mean? It's like, but we're having to nitpick, because they're all good.
Yeah,
there's no bad ones anymore. Unlike that camera that just turned off.
Don't highlight the obvious issues, Wobbs, and mistakes.
I love that.
We're bringing our way through it.
But they were all, now a 450. You go and pick a 450. You tell me the bad one.
No, I don't think you can.
They're all good.
And you're going to be on one. And I'm excited for that.
No, I am.
We just need a few more sponsors, don't we, Bobby?
Yep.
Final push.
There we go. There it is.
20 Club.
Again, just very quickly for those that wasn't paying attention at the start, maybe didn't watch the first episode, go and watch the first episode with Bobby. But just outline again what you're trying to achieve with this and your plans for 26.
Yeah, so I'm doing my own program on a 450. We've come up with the 20 Club because we need 20 financial sponsors to help me go racing next year. Do all the British, all the Scottish, British GP, and hopefully 2 AMA Nationals.
VMXDM.
And what I would say, VMXDM, which is...
So how much money are we talking? I mean, without sounding...
1,500 in December, 1,500 in April.
So just say $3,000.
$3,000.
Okay.
And you're on board.
Don't seem dear to me.
Not to get behind one of our genuine British motocross talents.
Step up and put your money where your mouth is.
We're going to have just a basic setup at the British Championship, a gazebo, some banners with sponsors, and a nice looking bike.
And going at it.
Yeah.
Chasing it.
Excellent.
So there you go. Vote Bobby Bruce.
Yeah. And also vote Torq Moto, because if you want us to continue, we need sponsors, kid, because we can't keep it up.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat here.
Scavenging money all the time, all of us.
But yeah, we like what we do.
We love it.
We'd like to think that people enjoy it. We certainly get some nice comments. We want to keep doing it. So yeah,
you're doing a good job, gents.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So if you want to be part of this or get involved with Bobby, either, hit Bobby up, obviously, to be part of that. And if you want to be a partner of Torq Moto, we'll get you on here. We'll get you on here. We can talk about your products, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we can push it. No problem.
Do our thing.
We can help you out. But if you want us to continue, we can't keep up unless we get sponsors. Unfortunately.
No, because this is not our full-time gig. If it
we've
was, we could
better
do
things. Not better things to do, but
we're busy.
Yeah,
you've got a lot on.
A bit, yeah.
As have I. So
yeah, a bit.
So have you. Get back on track.
So when are you going to start? Well, you're going to December 1st.
No, December the 1st, I go to Spain and start my cycling or my boot camp. So around about the 16th, I'll be back on the bike.
Cool. In Spain?
In Spain, yeah. Hopefully.
Well, look, there's a little Christmas cracker treat. We can see Bobby riding his bike for the first time.
We'll have my vlogs.
When he does his
on his own vlogs. There you go.
There we go. It's exclusive. We're going to see him ride for his first time.
The Bruce Affair. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Don't know yet. I need some ChatGPT ideas, I think.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Or you could use your imagination. Just throwing it out there. generational thing, isn't it? Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's
easy.
It's easy. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it.
Well, that's us. That's done. We
Thank you,
honestly,
gents.
Bobby, wish you the utmost, best of luck. And I really hope a lot of people get on board with it, and you get those 20 sponsors. And
Well, you're not far away now, but it doesn't stop at 20. The more sponsors you get on
20
board,
is just our goal,
break-even
baseline,
point.
just
It's
to
like
go,
your break-even point to go racing.
just to go racing. Yeah,
And you're 4 or 5 short as we speak with
Yeah.
that, which I don't think should be hard to get. It shouldn't be. And there are so many people with an opinion on the internet. Now's the time to step up.
yeah, 100%.
Just don't be a negative voice. Put your money where your mouth is. Go racing. Like I say, if you've got a company, you can write it off against advertising.
Yeah,
Win-win.
we're all positive in this room. We want it to
It's all
happen.
about the British motocross. We want to see it.
Talking of positivity, obviously, before we sign off with what you're up to, Wobbs, we're obviously with the DocWob and
There's
Titanium
some
here.
titanium on there. Christmas presents.
Yes, come on, do your Santa push.
I did it last time. Watch the
I
last
know,
bit.
but
Lost the last video.
let's do it even better this time. Come on.
The man in your life wants titanium T-bars. He does not want socks. He does not want Ferrero Rochers. Believe me. You want to see your man smile? Get him a set of these.
I'd also like to highlight that these T-bars are also available for women,
Oh, yeah.
Double-ended.
not just men.
Bobby, we will not have that kind of smut on this show.
I'm only,
Repeating.
what I've been told.
Only repeating what was thrown out in the first episode. Yeah.
No, they do work really, really good. And so, like I say, all the GP mechanics can't be wrong, can they?
And again, just to tee you up here, but you're playing it down a little bit, Wobbs. You've got some pretty hefty brands and teams using the product.
We got the
I
fact.
know you can't.
I can. I just can't. I can't talk about quantities or how long they use them for, what they order. But we've got HRC, we've got factory KTM, we've got factory Gas, factory Husqvarna, factory Yamaha 250, 450. All the mechanics use the tools. Trust me, they're all on it. And we've got a lot of teams in the States. We've got Roxon and Anderson Suzuki's all running the stuff. We've got the new, what's that team Ollie's not dealing with? What do I call it?
I've forgotten already because I only just found out about it. You only told me in between
Ollie
episodes.
Stone is now in charge of a Kawasaki team, pro circuit kind of support team. They're running the stuff. We got the Bar X Yamaha on it. We've got the Hep Suzuki. We've got Phoenix Honda, which is basically the new Geico factory connection team in the States. They're all running it. So we're making big inroads.
Yeah, that's big moves.
He's done all
Big,
right, isn't
Nice.
he? He's done
a
all
lot.
right.
We should feel privileged to be sat here, Jeff.
lot.
He's done all right for an AMCA racer from Worcester.
And now we're into F1 stuff, which is nice. No, I really can't talk about that.
No, fair dues.
But yeah, we're doing a lot of F1 stuff at the moment. It's pre-season.
Who would have thought it when you hung up your boots and you put a lap board out for the first time?
Crazy, isn't it?
And here you are.
Yeah,
Hey?
no, it's quite scary.
He's on the big
Onwards
stage.
we go, fellas. Onwards we go. So we'll sign off with that. Let's be positive about all things British motocross, particularly getting behind this dude and his generation. Let's get more riders out on the world stage.
I think we've got some stuff to be excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely that. So we'll sign off there. As we said, not sure if we're going to do another one of these before Christmas. That all depends on the uptake of what we said and if we're going to do more. I'd like to think we will.
Anybody's got suggestions who they want to speak to?
Yep.
We can speak to some. We're going to go maybe newer generation. Basically, we spoke to all the old duffers, haven't we?
We still got a good list to get through of, if we can call them the old duffers because we're in the same bracket. But we would want to do, if we're going to do more of these, we'd also like to do more with the up and coming generation,
I think
current
so.
generation.
I think so. I think
Maybe
it's
get some
interesting.
more industry people in as well. So, yep.
And like we can put our take on what's going on and what we think's good and bad. I mean, I think we've got an opinion. I've got an opinion. It might not be
Well,
worth
I
it.
don't. To be honest, Wobbs, if you're holding back to this point, then I'm excited about future episodes. if you got stuff to get off your chest because you haven't already, I'm looking forward to them. They could be quite entertaining.
Valid.
It'll be all right.
Everyone's got a point.
Right. Look,
Thank you for coming on,
kept.
Kid.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Bobby. Thank you.
Cheers, Zach.
Thank you, gents.
Appreciate that. Thanks everybody for watching and supporting us to this point. Apologies to our entire crew for keeping them waiting.
It's all right. It's quite late. What time is it now? 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Been a long day.
wrap it up. And like I said, if we don't see you before
If you
Christmas,
don't buy T-bars, these HRC caps are pretty cool.
wouldn't they? They would fit in a stocking.
They would be
above
perfect
the
stocking filler.
fireplace, wouldn't they?
Proper HRC Japanese. Look, got
Yeah,
the
I'm just
American and the Japanese flag on and everything.
So yeah, if we don't see you before Christmas,
isn't it?
have a great one. Have a really good off season, and here's the 2026.
Keep us updated. Get that blogs, kid. I'm going
They'll be out.
to take the credit for that when you start doing that.
You can be featured at Foxhills.
Remember, if you want to see a Bobby Bruce vlog, Let's hear
him
it.
to do it.
Yeah, I
Let's
need
get
some
him on.
encouragement first.
You do need. You need confidence, bless him.
Yeah, I do.
He's a little bit
Right.
scared.
Let's talk about that off camera. We're going to pitch some
I'm
ideas.
not talking about shit. I'm done. It's 10 o'clock.
We're done. See you in 2026 or maybe before. Thanks, everybody. See you.